Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today because I am doing my weekly check-in in September, week 20th through the 26th. We're almost done with the month of September. We'll be going into the month of October where it's cooler weather. It's my birth month, it's my husband's birth month, and we're going to have a lot of fun and probably do a lot of spending, but I'm really excited because next month I'm ramping up and going back into my debt payoff journey. We've kind of mapped it out and planned it out this year. We took a couple months off of paying off debt and just gave ourselves some breathing room to spend. And if you've watched my budget videos for the past month or so, we were spending on school stuff and I was spending stuff for myself that I really enjoy. And it was nice to take that breather and not have to worry about school loans since they're in that COVID-19 forbearance delay. They're not accruing any new interest, but they are, they will come due and you will have to start making monthly payments. Mine is set up for December 31st. So the 1st of January is when the first month is going to be due. But the exciting thing for me is when I start paying on it in October, before December 31st, I will have all my school loans paid off. And I am super excited about that debt payoff journey. And I'll be making a video on that. So here we are checking in. So you're going to see I spent the whole week. I thought I was going to slow down spending and then I didn't. Back to school has been very tricky with meals since everybody's home all the time, 24/7. And getting all the work done and helping my son who has autism make sure he's understanding the assignments. I'm pretty much back in high school with him. The teacher teaches for 45 minutes. He gets a 45-minute break. Well, not a break, a 45-minute independent activity, of whatever he just did in the lesson, and then he goes on to his next 45-minute lesson with a different teacher and so on and so forth, and then he gets a 30-minute lunch break. So his classes are from 9 to 4, and I have to make sure there's no technical difficulties logging in and all that good stuff. And I just can't get out easily and prep and be ready for dinners like I was in previous months. And some days I just can't function to cook. So, I know it's horrible to say, but I know myself and I do not want to stress myself or push myself too hard. So, yeah, we had a lot going on this week and we are going to check in on all of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom everybody in and we'll start here and work our way across from 4 categories. Grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, and gasoline. Those are my spending categories. And actually, we did not, I don't see it. No, we did not spend any gasoline. So we're only doing 3 of the 4. And I use a highlighter in the little white box to designate these different colors. So I just, never occurs to me to spend all that money on expense stickers and to have them color coded. I might do that coming up, but probably not. And you will see no spend here. I thought I was not going to spend on Sunday. I was determined not to. And well, this is next week's check-in. As you see, sneak peek, I already did. And I really couldn't help it because when I went out Saturday for shopping, and we'll talk about that in a minute, they had one item we needed and they didn't have it at that store. And I was just too tired and too mentally, wearing a mask and being in a crowd like that, it exhausted me. I just could not stand it. So I did not buy it here where I could have, and I just bought it on Sunday. And then I thought, well, I already blew my no spend, so I will buy my expense stickers from Sara Marie, and there it is. So we'll talk more about that next week. So here we go. Got my calculator here. Let me zoom. All right, sorry about all the shadowing. I've got a lot of natural light coming in and it's causing this weird shadow. I think it's because the seasons are changing, the sun is in a different place, and it's not in my room the way I normally would expect it. So let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to start with groceries. In here, let's see if I can get more light. There we go. I don't know if that helped any. Okay. So, Food Lion, I had $5.11. And then I've been going to Food Line a lot because my Food Line is less crowded than my Walmart, even though it costs a little more there. It's just not worth the crowds. So, and for some reason, my Walmart near me is not stocking their shelves fully, and there's stuff that I usually get that they just have nothing. And I'm like, and it's only that one Walmart. I'm like, why aren't you guys ordering this stuff? I don't understand. So Food Line again for $54.54. Yes, it was in the same day. I needed ground beef, and I sent my husband to go pick it up, which is always a risk because he doesn't normally do the shopping. And then we went back out to get some more things for the week, but that was in the afternoon for lunch, so that's just what we did. I did go to a different Walmart that I thought would have everything. That was $88.03. And then let's keep going here. Food Lion again. That's $64.33. And then over here, I have Walmart grocery for $164.78. Okay, that's a total of $376.79. So that is going to be my total for my weekly check-in. So here's my weekly check-in. And let's go down here at the bottom and get everything on camera here. Grocery household, I only budgeted the $150 because I borrowed so much from the next week, and I do that often. But I have my budget as far as my weekly check-in for October set up a little bit different. And I think it's going to flow better and show less negative, because the way I have it set up now is just not how I spend. And I want it to reflect more of how I spend and not so much negative numbers, because I'm borrowing from the next week, which is what I did this month. So we are going to subtract the 150 from the 150.36 from the 376. And we got, grab my red pen here, a negative. Sorry, I got my notes over here. I just want to make sure they look exactly what I did when I took notes on it last night. And that's $226.43. It's hard to write on that. I could probably pop these out, but I don't want to do that. All right, so now we're going to move on to restaurants. I only budgeted $103 for restaurants, so let's take a look. Well, my husband and I treated ourselves to Pirates Cove, which was $68.82, and then for a date night, and then we went to Arby's for lunch one day when we were out and about, so 70. And then the family got Chick-fil-A dinner, which is $36.20. And apparently we got Taco Bell for lunch too. So, which, like I said, it was one of those days where I was like, I can't function to cook. And yes, please go. And then we did, lunch and dinner again out. Actually, the dinner was the kids' pizza. So it was oh shoot, I messed up. Let me start over. Okay, so for Friday night, my sons had Papa John's pizza. It was $23.78. They got a medium pizza and cheese sticks. And my husband and I, for lunch, had bought Chinese food. It was $30.53, and that included a tip for the restaurant, and then we ate on it for lunch, and then half of it and the other half was for dinner. Because you know how sometimes Chinese restaurants give you like just this massive amount of food and you can't eat it all at once? Oh my gosh, that's what we got. So, and then on Saturday, my husband and I stopped at Burger King and got something to eat. After spending hours in Walmart trying to grab all these groceries and stuff like that. So there we are. $207.17 is the amount that we spent for this week. And let's go ahead and put it in here. Line it up on my camera here. There we go. So, and I think I'm just going to be red in all my categories. And I know for the month, when I get to week 5 over here, we're going to have some over budgeting here. We just got a little spent happy, that's all. But that's okay. So now that I have my numbers here, we're going to subtract for the restaurants, 103.45 minus the 207.17. There we go. And I have a negative 103.72. So whenever, I go in the negative for the entire month, the money for what we're spending is actually part of the buffer that's just sitting in our checking account. And that's my balance forward number that I keep carrying over month to month and paycheck to paycheck and month to month. So that is that. Now we're going to do the miscellaneous. And yeah, that was miscellaneous for me. This was just one of those weeks where little things that we needed, a lot of little things that we needed popped up and some strange things happened. So I'm going to walk you through this. Okay, so now we're doing the miscellaneous, and I had to come back and film this part, just the miscellaneous part. Just had some errors, so I wanted to go ahead and make this a little more smooth of a transition. So we're doing the miscellaneous right now, and I have Amazon here. Amazon, I purchased on this day, was 3D masks, silicone masks that were printed, and they were $17.01. And what it is these silicone masks. Let's see if I can pull it up on my iPad here. Right next to me. This is what they look like. Let me unplug. There we go. Oops. There we go. That's what they look like. I got 5, and that was $17. And the reason I got them is I was watching a YouTuber named Wendy Valencia, and she is somebody else that does in budget and debts management and all that stuff and paying off debt. And she has her own debt payoff journey. And she is one of those people that have to live with elderly parents who are immune compromised, and then her daughter and her husband, and all 5 of them live in the same house, and how they're taking care of one another, and she works full time. So there's that. So but she was having trouble with her daughter chewing on the mask while she was sitting in her pod class for school, and she discovered these masks on Amazon and recommended them. So I purchased them, and I trust her because she's very picky and particular about products, and she doesn't recommend anything that she doesn't love. So that was the first, and it wasn't impulse buy, and I didn't have to buy them, but I was tired of tugging on my mask away from my mouth when I had to talk or breathe or anything like that. So I went ahead and got them for our family, and I gave one of them to a friend because there's only 4 people in our family. So that was our Amazon purchase there. The GED Ed Center, that was my son's GED fee for the new class this year. And it's all online for right now until maybe after the first of the year. So we'll see how that goes. And then another Amazon order for $42.89. So I'm trying to see. I've got my Amazon list over here, and I think that had to do with I bought a thermometer and a pack of premium paper. Thermometer was $29.99, and it was one of those digital readout thermometers. And then a ream of paper. I was running out of premium paper that I like to print my planner pages on. That was $12.99 plus tax and all that stuff. So that's what I got there. Trail Life book. That's my son who is in Trail Life. He got the new book because his old one's kind of beat up and needed a new one. So we got him a new book. And then we got more Amazon purchases over here. So let me see if I can get these in the shot. Here we go. $28.19. Okay, so we had purchased it's for a monitor, but our TV isn't very big in our living room, and I need to elevate it. It's a shelf. And in order to put a DVD player underneath it, because we are doing a new thing on Thursdays with a marriage oneness with another couple, and we're going to go through the series together and work on our marriage and just, you know, check in with one another. So that's what I bought there, and I really wanted the shelf. I've always wanted a shelf there, but this gave us the nudge to buy it, so that's why I bought that. Erin Condren, I haven't been buying a lot of Erin Condren products, and if you know anything about the fiasco over the summer with her high school students graduating and all this stuff, kind of bending the rules for their celebration, I haven't really bought anything in a while, but I do use these Erin Condren daily petite planners, and they work very well for my son's assignments. There we go. So I could put his assignment and what time and if he attended class and any homework and stuff. And he only has 4 classes that he does every day, but they're 90-minute classes, 45-minute instruction, 45-minute independent work. And this helps me keep track of that. And then sometimes I put the weather up there at the top. So I bought January through March, and then January, February, March, one book, and then April, May, and June for the second book. That will finish out his school year. I don't think I'll be buying any more after that. So there's that. And then what else do I have? I have $30 with Walmart here. So $30 with Walmart. That was part of the same. It's a split between these two. It was one big purchase, but $30 of it was miscellaneous stuff. My husband threw stuff in the cart, and I got filters for the house. He got 2 safety goggles for activity in trail life, because he does trail life with my son as a leader and things like that. So we have that. And then I have this $66 Amazon purchase, and I got a Tombow tape runner for removable adhesive. And then I also bought 2 pairs of $25 men's relaxed fit jeans for my son, because his jeans from last year could not button up. So he had a growth spurt. So, or I should say his belly had a growth spurt. We need to get out more. So anyway, here is that $66.39. And so I'm going to add that. Now that gives us $231.47. Now, originally last week I had purchased jeans for my son from Walmart.com. They never got processed. They never took the money out of my bank, and I went back and realized on this Saturday that nothing was moving. So I canceled that order. So I added that back in. Plus 30, 66.39. All right. So I did the total again. I think I have a different number now. And then I'm going to subtract out this $48.59 in order to put it back in the budget that I took out this week. So I added it in here last week, and I'm going to subtract it out here to give me cash back, even though they never took the money out. So subtract $48.59, $204.67, and that is correct. So I double checked myself. So this is the amount. So we're going to go to the weekly check-in, and I'm going to go back to my original video, and you'll see the rest of the weekly check-in. So let's go ahead back to the weekly check-in page and put this in miscellaneous. So what I had here in miscellaneous is the $41.02, and then I spent $204.67 because I took out the Walmart.com out here. I'm adding it back in. That's why the number's smaller. So I'm going to take the $41.02 that I budgeted. I'm going to subtract the $204.67. And we're going to get negative $163.65. All right. Now gasoline, there was no gasoline. And so there is $7.30 as far as gasoline goes. And then this week I'll add a $30 up here. and it'll be $37 for the end of the month. We probably won't need gas until October, so I'm going to pull you guys out. Oh, actually, maybe not. I gotta do my totals first. Then I'll pull everything back out. So here we are. Get this all straightened up. So what did I spend? I spent a lot of money. So $376.79 plus the $207.17, and then the $204.67. What do I get? Wow, I spent a lot. A whole lot. I didn't even realize it was that high because I didn't actually add these numbers up. But there we go, $788.63. Yeah, I did what I did. And that's all I can say about that. So let's make sure our math is right. I'm gonna add up these negatives. So I'm gonna have $7.30, which is a positive, and then I'm just gonna work my way backwards. And I'm gonna subtract 63, 65, and then 103.72, and then 226.43. So I'm gonna make sure this number is the same. Going across this way, it looks like it might be negative 486.50. If not, I have erasable pens, and that's fine. So 302.13 minus 788.63, negative 486.50. So yes, so some of this money is definitely going to be coming out of my buffer, and I'll go ahead and pull you guys back out. It's been coming out of my buffer in our checking account, which is fine. That's what the buffer's there for. Not necessarily to spend all the time, but you know, when you need it, or when you go in a different direction you should go, and things like that, it is there and you are protected. So this is where I'm at right now. Weekly check-in 5. I will do that at the end of the month with my end of month results, and we'll just quickly do that. Obviously, I've already spent. I'm getting ready to go to the store again, so that's going to be happening. Let's see. Let's check on the rest of the budget, and I'll match you up with these 4 categories on where I'm actually at for the month. So this does a weekly check-in, but my budget categories here in my transaction logs actually do it for the month. So for the month, and I'll zoom you back in. For the month, right now you're going to see, trying to get you guys in picture here. So this was the last paycheck period right here. And then this is all the transactions. I did what I normally would budget for those transactions for the last part of the month. And I've gone to Food Lion several times, one Walmart run, and I'm already over for the month at $36.66 here. Restaurants, this is funny, I actually filled the page. Look at this, this is so funny. So I filled the page and I decided, okay, gasoline, I don't always fill the whole page, so I'm just going to continue any restaurants between now, Monday the 27th to the, or 28th to the, whatever the last day of the month, the 30th I think is, and for September, and I'll just continue it over there and run the balance. But yeah, I'm at $26.28 for the rest of the month. Will we go over? More than likely. I think we will. I'm actually kind of debating whether we should do a big dinner delivery with Red Robin. We do once or twice a month, and on Tuesday, because that's going to be a hectic day for us. So here is the miscellaneous. Now I'm over by $72. This is definitely coming out of our buffer because the $37.30 that we actually have for the rest of the month here in our gasoline, plus the 26.28 from restaurants is not going to be enough to cover these overages. So it's definitely going to be coming out of our checking account buffer. So that's where we are there. I hope I didn't make you all dizzy, just sliding my book around, trying to get it on the everything in. Oh, goodness. So here we are. I am excited for this month to be over, to be honest with you. Everything that needed to come out has come out. Trying to think. Yep, nothing changed. I had to do an adjustment here just because I wrote the transaction wrong when I budgeted, and then it was a little more than I thought, and I had to go back and fix that. Paycheck 2 went well, and I've already spent the buffer again. I am addicted to Mary and Martha products, I have to tell you. I ordered a t-shirt and I ordered a pitcher, like a water pitcher, an old-fashioned water pitcher to go with my design. I am building up a great dinner set with the dinner plates and the dessert plates and the bowls and all the accessories and stuff like that, because I don't have anything nice like that of my own. I have my great grandmother's and they're nice and I want to display those, but these are the ones I want to use for our holidays, and they have scripture on them and Mary and Martha products. And they're just gorgeous and I absolutely love them. So I'm still waiting for, even though I checked off Sprint here, I'm still waiting for the funds to come out. I've already paid it, but they're very slow, and it takes 3 or 4 days for the funds to actually come out of the bank account after you pay it. So anyway, so my month looks okay. I give myself a C-, you know, because I keep spending the budget. And I think it was because I knew it was the last month that we would be not paying on debt. You know, we're going to be completely consumer debt free at the end of the year, and I am super excited about that. So yeah, that's just what it was, and I was just really enjoying not having to pay debt, and we had this cash. And yeah, but next year, once 2021 hits, then we're going to buckle down, and any extra money is going to go to savings. That's all it is. It's just going to go straight to savings. So I hope you like this video. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel. I look forward to future opportunities with you guys. I have new budget sheets in my budget shop. And there's the calendar. I've kind of already started a little bit. And this is the pattern. So if you saw my new releases video, please go check that out. I've already got the sheets up in the shop. They are on sale until October 5th. And I hope you have an amazing and blessed day. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.